Hey guys, it's Sarah. I'm coming to you with my June wrap-up. This June I only read 7 books, which is a big fail for me because I like to read over 10 books a month if I can. So yeah, let's just get started. The first book I read in June was Bitter End by Jennifer Brown, and I really enjoyed this. It's about a girl named Alex who falls for a guy named Cole who's slowly they get together and he starts to be abusive to her and she doesn't want to get out of the relationship, but she doesn't. She does, but she doesn't. It's an abusive relationship book, so you know how those go. I really enjoyed this. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I just didn't enjoy a few of the characters' choices, but I don't understand abusive relationships from my own point of view, so I wouldn't know what to do if I was in one. So I can't really judge the choices that she made. So, the next book I read was Dreamland by Sarah Dessen, and I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. I was disappointed by this one. It was alright. It's about the same kind of thing. A girl named Caitlin, they wake up and her older sister runs away with her boyfriend, and so now Caitlin's left to deal with it, and so she goes for a guy named Roger, and he ends up being into drugs and bad things, and he becomes abusive, and she just doesn't wake up, basically. She's just in this little dreamland in her head, and she just doesn't realize what's happening, so that's what that one about. I've only read 2 Sarah Dessen books, and that was Dreamland and Just Listen, so I'm hoping to read more eventually, but for this one, just 3 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was Keep Holding On by Susanne Colasanti, and I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. It's about a girl named Rowell who, she's very poor and she's bullied in high school. She has a small relationship with this guy, I forgot his name, basically, but he doesn't want to go public with her because he's embarrassed about her. So she's just going through high school, getting bullied and stuff, but there's this guy that she likes named Julian, and he pays her attention and stuff like that, so she's trying to just keep hold on. I'm using a lot of the cover names for this. But yeah, she just tries to go through high school and live life without being miserable, but the things she goes through are pretty sad. I enjoyed this book. There was one thing that bugged me, but I don't want to say anything without spoiling it, so yeah. If you read it and want to know what bugged me, just ask. So, the next book I read was Eleanor and Park by Rowell, and I love this book with all my heart. I enjoyed this so much. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It's about a girl named Eleanor and a boy named Park who they meet on a bus. At first they really don't like each other. They actually hate each other. And then slowly they start to form a relationship, but it can't really happen because Eleanor's stepfather is very abusive to her, and it makes her feel insecure, and she's just an insecure person in general. And so they're trying to keep a relationship, but all these obstacles get in the way. And this is, I believe, taking place in the 80s or 90s. I'm not quite sure. But I know I really love this book, and a lot of people are raving about it. I do recommend this one. Okay, so the next book I read was skipped ahead. It's Fixing Delilah by Sarah Ockler, and this is my first Sarah Ockler book, and I'm pretty impressed by it. It was really good. I didn't give it 5, but I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It's about a girl named Delilah who, her and her mother moved away from their family 8 years ago, and ever since then her life's been going downhill. She has bad grades, she's getting into trouble, the boyfriend she has doesn't care for her. So, and her mom and her don't have a good relationship, so when they get a call that her grandmother passed away, they have to go back to the house where the fight that broke their family up happened. And things start unraveling and finding out secrets about it and stuff, and just a whole summer. It's pretty good. Not much went on though, I have to say. It wasn't like, sometimes with contemporary books it's just like, oh, romance, like nothing goes on, so. But I did enjoy it nonetheless. My books are gonna fall over there. The next book that I started reading but I had to put down because I was getting in a slump was Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson, which is somewhere on another shelf, but I don't want to pick it up. I actually enjoyed this. I got halfway through and I was going to finish it, but I was just not in the mood for any more beach reads. I just wanted something paranormal, fantasy kind of stuff, so I stopped that one, but I will pick it up again. I do recommend it though, so don't say, oh, she stopped it, she didn't like it. I do like it. I just couldn't chug through it because even though it was good, I was in a reading slump and I wanted to read something to get me out. So what I read to get me out was Team Human by Justine Larbalestier and Reese Brennan. And this is about a girl named Mel who they live in a world where vampires and humans know each other exist, and these are the traditional vampires that get stabbed through the heart, they die, sun burns them and stuff. So basically a vampire named, I forgot his name. Okay, it doesn't say his name right here, but I forgot his name, I'm sorry. This guy shows up to the school, and her friend Mel, who's that girl, ends up falling in love with him, and she's trying to stop that. Plus, there's her other friend had a incident happen with the vampire. I can't say it, that's spoiling the book, but an incident happened, and so she's trying to find out things about that. So it's just a really cute book. I really liked it. I was surprised that I liked it more than I did. I liked it more than I thought I would, actually. So that was a good thing. But yeah, 4 to 5 stars to that one. And then the last book I read was Drinks That I Love by Sarah Beth Durst. And this one was really funny. I thought it'd be dorky the same like the last one, but they're actually really funny and cute. This one is about a girl named Pearl who's a vampire. And she gets stabbed near the heart by a unicorn. And so because of the unicorn stabbing her, she gets powers, basically. She can walk in the sun, she can see her reflection. She's kind of like a human with super strength and the ability to drink blood. So her family doesn't believe she was stabbed by a unicorn. They think she was almost killed by a slayer, which they think is really irresponsible, that she almost got killed and ruined the family's name. So when the king of the world, the vampire world, hosts an annual feast every either century or decade, I'm not sure, and their family is chosen to run the feast that oh my god, I can't speak, I'm sorry. Their family is chosen to run the feast, so since they found out about her power, they sent her to high school to get people, but now she's in high school, she's starting to feel compassionate towards these people and doesn't want to kill them, but she doesn't understand why, because she's a vampire. She shouldn't care for humans, so it's about that. It was really good. I started another book, I'm not going to tell you because it'll be my next wrap-up, but yeah, so that's what I read during June. I know it's not a lot. I know a lot of people were reading something during June, so tell me what you read in June in the comments.